So here we go. We're going to do a quick adding a kilt to Austin the bus driver. It's kind of an odd request. Used to work with Austin years ago, back in the 80s when he was a DJ. So I went and grabbed this image on Google, and this is Austin here. So I'm going to just show you a couple of things here. This is going to be quick and dirty, by the way. So I'm going to go Control A, Control T, and I'm going to hold the Shift key down, and I'm going to drag this up because I'm going to zoom in. This is how I like the crop. We got a lot of extra stuff. Now I like this composition where it's thrown off. When you got all this is, I'm pointing at the screen here like as if you could see me doing that. The stuff on our left as you're looking at the screen, all this stuff here is wasted space. So let's crop that out. This is an interesting crop right here because it is asymmetrical. I say that because sometimes people think it's got to be centered. Okay, I'm going to do this one thing. Let me show you first. Well, actually, in a minute, I'm going to show you how we're going to burn in. Let me get the kilt on there, lad. I'm going to grab the not the eraser. What do you call that? Spot healing brush. And I'm going to erase some of these ugly spots. I'm assuming you don't want those. All right. There's a couple ways we can do this. I'm going to do this the fast and easy way. I'm going to hit the feather lasso tool. Feather at about 5, and I'm going to do this here. I'm going to make a quick selection. I hope this dude doesn't mind. I gotta say, Austin, he's a much handsomer looking dude than you are. But then again, he's wearing a kilt. My mum is Scottish, Antigonish, Nova Scotia. The longest running Highland Games in North America. I go quite often. So I made a selection. I feathered the selection, as you can tell, at 5. And I'm going to grab the move tool. I'm just going to grab that and move it over, see? All right, so as you can tell, it's a lot smaller. That's because it's a much smaller image, but that's okay. I'm going to hit Control T. I'm going to hit the Shift key, and I'm going to bring it up. Bum, bum. So we're actually pulling the pixels hard on this image, but it won't really matter. It really doesn't matter. So let me just hit I'm going to hit the eyeball on this top layer because what I want to do, I'm going to select the layer with Austin, and I'm going to use the clone stamp. I'm going to make a big brush. I'm going to remove your legs. Just get rid of them. 100%. 100%. Let's get rid of them. I'm not going to do a perfect job. I'm not going to fuss because this is, I think he said it was for a newsletter or something. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So if we need to see where this is, put the opacity lower, and then you can sort of adjust it. And then I can bring the opacity up. I can hit Control T. I can make it a little bit bigger. All right, so I'm going to say bye to that guy. Let's get this out of the way. It's distracting. Bum, bum, bum. So I'm going to zoom in here. We have, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to erase all that shit out anyways. I'm going to go to the eraser tool, nice and strong. I'm going to use a hard brush. Let's bring that down to, say, 80 something. And I'm just going to erase that out. If I were doing this, which I actually do stuff like this, I do head swaps when I'm working on family photos. I don't do a lot of them. But if I do a family photo and it's a large group and everybody looks good except for, say, one person's got their eyes closed, and if I have a similar image with their eyes open, I'll do what's called a head swap. And it's very much the same way. But the lighting has to be similar, and all the angles have to be similar. So we got a bit of grass. And it's not going to be perfect, but I believe for what you need it for, I think it's a bit of a joke, right? You were saying it's a bit of a funny image for a newsletter. I think inter-office newsletter. So we got a little bit of grass going around here, and I'm going to reduce that in a minute. Okay, I'm going to go to a soft brush now. So I've got a soft brush. I'm just going to go around, just soften that out. I hope this works for you. Now I'm going to use the brush. This is the brush tool. 31% opacity right here. So maybe go a little stronger. I'm going to make a selection. So I'm holding the Alt key down. I'm selecting. See, that's the color right here. I'm selecting the color right beside the area that I want to darken. So I can just go in there and give it a quick touch up. I can clean that up in a bit. You're looking total badass, sir, buddy. I think it looks good. No one's gonna be the wiser. I'm erasing a bit here. This is what we call tweaking. I'm tweaking it a little bit. All right, I'm back to the brush. I'm using a bracket tool. See the bracket tool? Right and left makes it bigger or smaller. When you spend as much time on Photoshop as I do, you get used to working with shortcuts. All right, let's see. Bing, 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 bing. All right, looks pretty good. Let's go up here. Nope, wrong one. Erase tool. You know, back in the old days when I was working in film, I was a black and white darkroom technician, and we used foot pedals in order to turn the lights on or the timer so that it would save time. So that's the old school variation of shortcuts. And if they would invent foot pedals that I could use in Photoshop, that would be cool. So you got a little bit of green in there. You know, and I can easily go in and go under image adjustment, selective color. I could hit the green and start playing. Start knocking some of the green out. I could do that and tweak it. Okay, so I flattened it. Okay, let's go back there. That's the top one. This is pretty good, all things being equal. I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to clone out this part really quick. I hope this does it for you. And now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a top layered mask, and what it is I've turned it's a Photoshop action, the brightness down, and then I can go onto the mask and I can erase out parts. It's kind of cool. Oh, you know what I just realized? I picked green and it's the same color as the bus. And if I wanted to, I could take this out right here. I could take this out and add a different license plate. Okay, where was I? Okay, I'm almost done. Finito. There, I punched it up a bit. I'm just going to do the burn tool just a little bit. Okay. There you go. The man in the kilt. Matching kilt.